And he's doing all right for the minute. He's going to have a look at the turkey ladies too. Oh, we're going to strut our stuff. You feeling that well, are you, eh? Amazing. What difference 24 hours can make, eh? I like the song, what difference a day makes. Yeah, well, I'm doing other things, Floyd, for the minute, so he's not come back out with you for the minute. I'll put him back out with you in a minute. You can still see him and hear him, so I'll go and see if I've got any guinea eggs. Oh, not any, one guinea egg. So I'm down to old loony guinea in there, just does nothing but strut his stuff. He's actually, I've had to put the wood down because he wore massive great trenches in the ground and had massive mud balls under his belly on his tail. Why do you have to keep insisting on knocking this down, Hens, or was that the wind? I don't know. Probably the wind and everything else. I see where the bloody rabbits get through, so if I can deter them just a little. That makes any difference. I haven't got a vegetable patch anymore. As you can see, I haven't got a vegetable patch anymore. I'm not sure if she's a great-great-granddaughter of the Tufty Nut clan. She may well be, I suppose. Although she hasn't got quite a tufty nut the same. But look at this thing. Just look at this. Stand still. I mean, what the hell do you call that? A huppy cross? I don't know. Yeah, we're talking about you. Well, I'm talking about you. Yeah. Yeah, this lot of, well, some of them are Victor's offspring. That one there, old Mum, I call her. She reminds me of my dear old mum. I don't know why. She just does. She's a sweetie. She's obviously his. And so is that one. But the rest of them are Victor's offspring with a little black bayonet, the one that got nobbled by the foxes as being Mum. Where's Hattie, or Hearty? Or Hattie, there she is. Her top knot is the shape of, oh gosh, she's having a freak. It's the shape of a heart. It is actually a perfect heart shape, her top knot. But, see if we've got a guinea egg. I don't even know where the guineas are. We've got male and female out here, that's all that's left. And a male and oh, they're dusting. Oh, wonderful. I thought I was going to lose a female there a couple of months ago. She was looking very sorry for herself. Oh my God, what's that? Don't tell me. Oh no, sucker. Who's been digging? Bloody, I don't know if it's rabbits. I think it's rabbits. I think it might be rats. Oh God. Predators and vermin. You just love them. Let's see if there's any eggs. Let's see, little black bear egg. Oh, she's not in it, oh, is she? She said, why have you changed position, dear? I think it'd be ideal to be able to have her remaining in here to nest, and to brood the guinea eggs. Of course, that's if they're fertile even. I'll put them in the incubator for 3 days to see what's what. I can't get in here. I'm getting too old and decrepit for this. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I need to see. You've got nothing under you. What earth is all this? Oh, I'm not very good. Nobody's laid. All right, yeah, we're going to boil you up. We're boiling you up some eggs. Yeah, little girl, pretty little girl, aren't you? And we'll stick you on those and see what happens. Yes, we will. If they're not fertile, of course. Complete waste of perfectly good little hen. But there's not much point in me hatching out chickens because I'm getting very reluctant to kill things now. You're having a good old dust there, aren't you? Excellent. That's what I'd like to see. But they both got feet problems. They both shrunk. I don't really know how she's still laying because she's quite emaciated. But it's the first time I've seen them dust the whole of the spring, but they got these big swellings on there. I suppose it would be the top of the foot in human terms. It's not the ankle. She's got a swollen toe. I'll zoom in on this. She's got a swollen toe and this big swelling, or I suppose that's sort of foot ankle type affair. And she's not exactly big. She was twice the size of that. She's just sort of gone to skin and grief. Skin and bone. Now don't mess him up now. Oh, you bugger. Pick her back, Guinea. And he was a great strapping male, but now he's gone to skin. Oh, that was the other, seeing her doing that, because that's Twisted Toe's sister, but that one and that one is Twisted Toe's sister. She isn't. Oh, I suppose Mum might have been. No, Mum would have been Tufty Nut if she's related to Tufty Nut. Oh, you're back here again, are you, you weird-looking creation? Well, I haven't got anything for you to peck about at. No, I haven't. Hello, you. Yeah, well, I'm not pruning any trees today. Sorry, disappoint you and all that. But old Twisted Toes was eating the guineas alive. He started with her. It's since then that they've started this swelling, and they had these swellings of their feet. He literally plucked clean the whole of the side that's facing now of her, drew blood, took out chunks of fat. I sort of had to nurse her for about 3 weeks to get her back right. And remember, Twisted Toes he could only see out of one eye. I don't know if he was blind in the other eye or if it was a brain disorder, you know, again, a not functioning disorder. But he didn't have a problem with his pupil or anything, and it used to dilate and retract, but he just couldn't see out of it. So he only had his left eye that was okay, that he could see out of okay. And when I got her right, because I kept her covered with one of the trussy things that I made for the turkeys, I made another one guinea fowl size. He started on him. He plucked all his back out, so I had to make another truss for him. And then he started on the hens. So I got some peepers, because I had a couple of hens in this lot that were also pecking at the guinea, the female guinea, and each other. So I got some peepers, so I put them on them, and that worked. So I put one on him, which he wasn't very happy about, but it certainly stopped the cannibalism of the guineas. But I'm wondering if that's what caused his problem with his heart, because it obviously stressed him, because I say only been able to see out of one eye anyway, and with a peeper on him, probably reduced his vision even more, and it probably stressed him, because he was a sweetie, and he did used to go into a state of collapse every now and again when he was younger, and I'd have to bring him in for 3 days, have him in the cat box and feed him up, and a bit of TLC, and he would wicker away at me all day, and I'd have him in the kitchen. He'd come and sit on my lap. He was like a a lap rooster. Then he would get up and say, right, I'm all right now, and go back out now, and he'd go out and back out and be fine. And then 3 or 4 weeks later, he'd do it again. But yeah, he's got swollen toe and a swelling on his foot too. So whether that's a stress thing from being eaten by old twisted toes or not, I don't know. But also they've developed this problem since then. They were much bigger than they are now. They had no problem with their feet, and they were very happy guineas. But since then, you know, they've sort of gone downhill. So I've only got these two, and two out here, wherever they might be. They're probably the other side. I don't know where they are. Had so much rain this year. The pond has been full since October. Hasn't decreased at all. Mares are absolutely pig fat. It's either feast or famine here. Yeah, it's an ugly person. You're back again, are you? You're completely wild, though, aren't you? Can't get can't get anywhere near you. What are you doing? Friar, hey? Oh, God, the pollen's back again. Eyes itching. Right, go around to the pig house lot and see if she's laid. She's getting a bit older. This will be the first year she's laid in about 3. So, yeah. Yeah, you're the last of Babs, aren't you? Yep. Okay. Oh, there's little Hattie. Hearty. She's not going to show us her beautiful heart head. Oh, I don't quite know what to make of this, but old Bob has just come to the gate and Floyd has done his thing again. I'm on my way to see where I can put little black bear neck, because I'm going to bring her in to the stables today and put her on her boiled eggs, because if the guineas don't lay any more eggs today, or 2 more eggs today, so I've got 8 eggs, then I'm going to have to put the 6 that I've got in an incubator, because I don't think I can keep them for any longer. The first 2 laid and they'll be 9 days old. I mean, they're fertile, I'll be surprised anyway, but obviously the longer they're hanging around, the less hatchability I'll get maybe. So, if they are fertile, that is, of course, which I very much doubt. But thing is, where to put her, because I have 2 cripples in the little stable. I've had some form of rodent. I don't think they're mice. They don't like mice. They're too big for mice. 8 of them chewing my saddles and my numnahs and my pony/foal rugs. Bloody things. Completely devastated them. So, not pleased. Not pleased at all. They've got a whole barn they could chew around in, but no, they've got to chew around my saddles. Yeah, it's my 2 cripples. These are brothers of old Floyd and Hoppy out there. Not Hoppy, Bob. This is Hoppy and Loppy. Loppy's the lighter one. Hoppy's the Rhode Island type one. This was 2 years ago. Again, when me and my daughter went to the Turks to have a look at property out there. Hope to buy it and move out there, because I'm sick to death of France. I just want to get away from here and won't go back to the UK for all the money in the world. Out there, no tax, completely wild, absolutely fantastic place. Middle Caicos, the best place on the planet, and the people are from a different planet. They're divine beings. I've never met such beautiful, wonderful, amazing people. And the island is just as I would visualise myself being in heaven on, you know, wild, natural, organic, hardly any people, perfect. But hey, it wasn't to be, because I can't sell the farm. So there you go. And don't even think I'm going to be able to pay someone to take it off my hands these days. What with Brexit and the French housing market through the floor, yeah, I can jog on. Anyway, whilst we were away, the feeder, this one, full of food, fell on him, and when I got back he was crawling around on the floor on his belly, so I put him in the cat box. 3 weeks later, we're walking like a penguin, and about, I don't know, how old was it? Well, how old was he then? I suppose he was about 4 or 5 months old when that happened. About a month later, this one morning went in there to let them, the 8 roosters and the 5 hens that little girl reared, the turkey, reared, hatched out and reared, and he's crawling around on his belly. So I put him in the cat box for 3 weeks. He never recovered as well as old Hoppy there. He trails his left leg. Yeah, his left leg. As you can see, it's behind him there. What are you doing? Why are you standing like that? He hasn't done very well at all, but he still does get about. But you know, the leg is not connected, so I don't know if the turkey jumped on him when she jumped off the perch. I only had it on 2 low bricks and a plank, but whether he was underneath when she jumped off and she jumped on him on his back, I don't know. But they're in here and they've been in here for 2 years. I should have gassed them, but I can't do things like that, so I was hoping they might both come right. But have anybody ever seen a rooster standing upright like that? Oh, right, I suppose anybody else would have gassed him, would have killed him, seeing the state he was in. But as I say, just crawled around on his belly, shuffled around on his belly. So did he. But I don't know why, being confined in the cat box, that they didn't both, as they healed, straighten up. As you see, his left leg, it just sort of swims away from him and he just goes around in every decreasing circles. So that was a bit tragic 2 years ago, as well as not being able to buy the property on the Turks because I couldn't sell the farm. Oh yes, and Maud. I lost Maud. I don't know if I've said that I lost Maud, but a week before we were due to go to the Turks, she wasn't right. You're stressing, aren't you, Morris, my dear? She wasn't right at all. There's my last remaining Rhode Island. He's 2 years old. 3 years old. No, he'll be 3 years old this year. I don't know what to do with him. He's company for him because, of course, he's 3 years old this year because that's Twisted Toes' brother. Oh, just smashed me video camera up on the side. And he was beating up Twisted Toes, so I brought him out and he was in here on his own for months and months and months. And then, of course, poor old Morris's guinea fowl mate got nobbled because they were so happy together, those two. They were a real match made in heaven. They loved each other. He got nobbled by the fox, and so poor old Morris was on his own and was stressing. And as he was on his own, I thought we'd put them together, see what happens. And fortunately, he didn't decide to fight with him or try and dominate. So they're sort of together. But poor old Maud, a week before we were going to the Turks, she was breathing with mouth open, or beak open, and not looking very happy at all. So I was treating her with cat's claw, yoghurt and what have you, because her crop didn't feel too good. But she also had a swelling behind her ribs, between her ribs and her bottom. Her abdomen was swollen. But it wasn't fluid, it was air. It was sort of hollow. So I didn't quite know what to do about that or what it was. I thought perhaps she had a blockage. Anyway, I was feeding her egg and macaroni and giving her cat's claw and yoghurt and apple cider vinegar and a bit of garlic water and all the herbs and the bits and pieces twice a day. And she was okay. I mean, she was eating okay. She was fine, providing she didn't exert herself. And as soon as she exerted herself, she just collapsed and breathing through her mouth. So I thought perhaps it was her heart. Anyway, when the day before we were due to go to the Turks, obviously I shut everybody in the stables. So my sons didn't have too much of a problem with... where's little girl gone? Oh, they're around there. Didn't have too much of a problem with the... You all right, little man? Yeah? You okay? You behaving yourself, Floyd? No, you got a wild eye. So they didn't have too much of a problem feeding and what have you. It would just be a case of opening everything up in the morning because it got very, very, very hot. So I was really worried about poor Maud, but I had her in the stable where they are now, where Morris and the rooster are now. I had them, the three in there, because it was, the guinea, the one that got nobbled by the fox, and Morris and Maud. They were in there together. It was very, very hot. Suddenly got very hot, it was typical. And I thought, well, poor old Maud, she can't breathe anyway. You know, she's going to find it really, really difficult. So I let them out here as long as I dared. And the night before we were due to go, oh, you're there, little girl. You're not doing very well, are you? No. She was very pale as well. I really don't know what to do with her. I don't know what her problem is. Oh, my drinker's messing about. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anything else going to sod me off today? Just keeps on going and on going. Where's the other one? Where's the fourth one? Oh, well, she might be in there, I suppose, lying. So the night before, I programmed the... Hi, Mum. You all right, dear? Yeah? You okay? You okay? Hello, you fluffy nut. I had to trim her feathers about once a fortnight because she can't see. She probably can't see now. That's why she's making such a row. If I approach her, she won't. Oh no, perhaps she can see. Is she in here? Yeah. Okay, you carry on, dear. What's the matter? Another flap. I don't have a fit now. Oh, he's going to stretch his leg. Don't fall over, don't fit. No. Wow. No, we're going to fit. Oh, God, no. No. Oh. Well, that was a pretty mild fit. Don't you dare attack him, Floyd, you bugger. I'll back and sort him out.